So I was watching this video and I decided to record because I have an opinion, but I don't really like to rewatch stuff. So I'm just gonna do a summary of how much I have watched so far. So okay. And it's glare. Okay, so he talking about the woman king. Yeah, okay, that's it. Now I did see a trailer of it. Matter of fact, I think that what I would do is show the trailer first. So hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna play.
An evil is coming that threatens our kingdom, our freedom. But we have a weapon. They are not prepared for.
My king, the Europeans wish to conquer us. They will not stop until the whole of Africa is theirs. We must fight back for our people.
Onyx, you are asking me to take them to war.
Some things are worth fighting for.
Don't know, take my power. Don't know, take my power.
You are called to join the king's guard.
Don't know, take my power.
No kingdom in all of Africa shares this privilege. Train hard, fight harder. We fear no one. And we fear no pain. I offer you a choice. Fight or we die.
Ready for war, where you going?
To be a warrior, you must kill your tears.
We are the spear of victory! We are the blade of freedom! We are the home!
Don't know, take my power. Don't know, take my power.
I'm fucking with it. I wanna see this shit. Okay. I'm fucking with it even more the second motherfucking time. Okay. Like, fuck all that shit they talking about. I'm finna go see this shit. Shit gave me chills a little bit. I'm fucking with it. The imagery and everything. Like, it was really heightened my senses. So I like it. So anywho, all right, so let's go back. All right, before we go on, let's look at this, the comments real quick, okay? Don't interrupt your enemy while they're making a mistake, okay? During a battle with the French soldiers at Edigon on October 6th during the Second War. Okay, see, this is the motherfucking issue, yo. Really, history itself has been really tampered with. So I don't give a fuck where you get like this shit from. I don't give a fuck if you got it off of Wikipedia or whatever like that. Like, just stop. Just stop, because for one, I feel like it's more to the story if this was true. If this tribe was actually helping Europeans to capture slaves and bring them over here. But that shit is a little iffy. But if it was the truth, I'm guaranteed that it was a heavy political side to it. It was more to the story, you know. When I was listening to Mind Over Matter, he made a comment like, yes, the master, I go get your slaves. Okay, but they didn't have that type of mindset. All right. That was after slaves was in the plantation for a while and beaten and systematically fucked up, that they was like, yes, the master. But before that shit, it was on some other shit, you know. Also, I did hear a few people talk about the fact that they was manipulated into their role. I guarantee you that those Europeans wasn't on some like, you know, you do what I say, da 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 da. It most likely was some type of trickery, you know. So okay, let's see what the fuck these people think they know what they talking about when they really don't. Because see, this is what I'm saying. People got to learn how to think for their motherfucking selves. All right, like please think for yourself. Is this shit on? Okay, yeah. During the battle with the French soldiers at Adagon on October 6th, during the Second War, the bulk of the Amazon crops were wiped out in a matter of hours in a hand-to-hand combat after the French engaged them with a bayonet charge. The Hemi, whatever. So you copy and paste this shit. Lost 86 regulars, 417 Dahomia, whatever it's called, Amazons, with nearly all of those deaths being inflicted by the bayonets. The French lost 6 soldiers. Much powerful, much strong, much wild. And imagine glorifying West Africans, biggest slave traders in the guise of women, power, and welcome is okay, yeah, whatever, child. People is too attached to shit that don't even fucking matter, you know. So, you know, but it's a reason why they doing this shit. It's a reason why they doing this. They want us to have this conversation because they had to know. They had to do their research and they know what other people is going to think, right? So why they just didn't come out with a movie that wasn't based off of something historical? They could have said that, oh, this is loosely inspired. That probably would have still caused issues, but they could just be like, you know, we finna do this movie about a tribe in another dimension or some shit like that. They didn't have to do it like this, but they did it like this on purpose. Love the part where the women king said, look at me, I'm the slave captain now, so stunning and brave. She said that? Because I really don't recall that part. It made me want to go watch it again. Man, give a fuck about this fucking resume. You know, people always trying to dangle over your heads like they got some real fucking power of counseling somebody because they took a role or they didn't. You know, they trying to make people in general live up to their standards. Like this is low key bullying. You know, who give a fuck? If I was Viola Davis, I wouldn't be scared about what the fuck you talking about in these comments. Oh, y'all gonna counsel me? Okay, whatever. And I hope Viola don't give a fuck. Like I hope she don't, but I know the way that they have it set up, you have to be political. But you know, you got to stand on what you believe in and stand on what your morals, you know, regardless of what you could lose. So everybody is talking about this shit, you know, but let me see what they was talking about before the movie came out, you know. Let's see. Let's go way back. You know what? Let's filter, sort by, and it just got top comments and newest comments. So I can't go to the old comments. Real convenient, ain't it? I can't go to the comments before they all implemented the programming. You know, I can't see what happened before unless I go scrolling forever. Motherfuckers, like this shit is really starting to piss me off. Like, tired of it. Is these people like just saying shit? Like they has to be. Now look, it's some people that's really giving it props. I'm thinking that's gonna be a good fucking movie, but because people is trying to attach some type of negative narrative, but the reason why they trying to do that because it's like they distorting the imagery. You know, now we can't just see good black actresses doing a movie or some shit like that or being impressed by the performance and stuff. Now we thinking about all this political shit that could be made up. You know, you wasn't fucking there unless you could tell me that you remember in your motherfucking past life or what happened or something like that. Or you got some form of documents or records or da, 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 da. Not even documents because all of that shit can be fabricated, you know. So it's like, and people can't make shit up, you know. So it's like intuition to intuition. If you telling me something and intuitively it letting me know it resonating, then I believe it. But until then, or unless you have like a videotape or camera, but shit, even that shit could be fabricated, you know, like the moon landing. Like, damn. And what is, look at these people. Like, okay, I know these are trolls. Like, somebody said, I love the part when she shouted Hakuna Matata. Like, what's the correlation? Cause they both took place in Africa. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm a very like, what's the word? Not just practical, but very, sometimes when people like throwing shade and shit, it could take me some time to actually catch on to it. Because I don't joke like that. I don't joke in the manner of like throwing shade or, so it's hard for me to like pick up on it sometimes. And people who do it, they always make it seem like you being too sensitive or something like that. But sometimes I just won't even pick up on the shade until like later I think about it and be like, damn, that motherfucker was throwing shade. And you know, but the one part in the movie that really stood out to me is the fact that Viola Davis' character carried more dominance than the actual king, you know, because there was a king in it. She wasn't it that she was reporting to and working for. Now that part is kind of like confusing. I want to see this shit though. Shit, what did they? Shit, don't make me go. Don't make me go today. I want to. Can I rent it? All right, let's go back to Mind Over Matter. All right, so in the first half of this video, the one that I already seen, he was making a point that initially when he was hearing that people was boycotting it and saying that you shouldn't go to see it, especially when it first come out and everything, because they want the record sales to drop. And he said that he questioned it because at first he thought it was some form of like misogyny, that people didn't want to see Black women be strong or something like that, which I feel like Black women is always depicted as strong, like they are resilient and withstand a lot. I don't mind a Black woman in either role, but Black women are usually in that role though. One movie, I think it's called Lovin', but it's based on a real story. And it was just such a difference because the Black woman was treated with gentleness. Like, he protected her. He took care of things, but she was a more submissive type in a ways, but not every woman have to choose a side. Both sides of you can exist. You could be a warrior and you could also be submissive in times that you want to. Are you okay with it? So I don't even care about that shit no more. But he said that it was the fact that this is some type of, people got issues with the history because this is supposed to be the tribe that collected slaves for the Europeans. So it's an issue with that. People have an issue with that. And it seemed like it's more white people with the fucking issue than it is with Black people. But I did see a video of a Black woman saying that this is problematic for Black women. I don't see how. Like, shit. I don't fucking see how. Because, on some real shit, okay? Black women need to be in warrior mode right now. That don't mean that you need to attack everybody, but you need to know who you need to set boundaries with. You need to know who you need to be direct with. You just can't be docile and submissive because we living in a world that, man, they're not even protecting us. I'm a Black woman, and I could tell you that in all the situations that was traumatizing to me, a man has never stood up for me. Not like he should. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't really protected. I had to protect myself. I had to learn how to protect myself. Now you even have men out here, they would say shit to you like, well, if you was more submissive, I would feel the need to protect you. Like, what the fuck? That, like, man, that's in that type of vibration, like, they just dumb, lost as fuck. What can you say or whatever? But we living in a time that, and I don't think that women was ever really protected. No, they wasn't. That's like an illusion. So, it's always been a situation that women was put in and they had to find a way to fight back. They had to find a way to protect themselves. So, I don't care about that shit either. And then they talking about history. Look, there's a duality to things, First, you have to realize that there has been a lot of lies. Then you have to realize, even if it was the truth, you have to question the intentions. Some people look at a situation and be like, I would never have been a part of selling slaves. You don't know. You don't know unless you was in the circumstance as them. Because this could really have been a situation where there was a group of women and they might have made a deal. I don't know. Or whatever. That's even if that's the truth or whatever. But there are reasons behind their decision. Now, there's history saying that these are smart, intelligent, strong women. So if they made that decision, there was a reason behind it. You're not going to question if they was manipulated. You're not going to question um even if it's the truth, you just want to instantly demonize them because of supposedly what happened afterwards. And like, what do you want from them? Like, what if these women who capture slaves was really like this? Like, they was some damn strong, powerful ass, warrior ass motherfuckers. What if this is really their reputation? You want them to depict them in a different way to make you feel comfortable? It's almost like because of what they did or what you assume that they did to satisfy your ego, you want them to be depicted as what? Weaker villains. I mean, we have to broaden our perspective, but I want to finish and see what he said because I did not finish, but I didn't watch the movie and I didn't watch anybody else talk about it. When I said that I seen that one woman, it's because I scrolled past her video, but I might go back and watch it. But right now it's kind of like already on some bullshit. I already know what her mentality is at for even the way that she titled the video. I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes it's just way too obvious.
Other brothers.
And sometimes, if the cover is like clickbait, then I don't even really want to fuck with the book because of how you had to gravitate my attention. So, you have to question those. Why is you trying to trick me into clicking this? Or why are you trying to get me to think that it's something that it's not? Now I'm going into it, not really fucking with you because I can't really trust you. Damn.
Sisters who may have escaped. Shout out to El Sheba. Shout out to Yabiel Designs. Faith DS, what's up? Hello. 800 Racing. People for real. Now, we're going to get into the women because, like I said, Lupita Nyong'o already played she was in the movie with those bald-headed women fighting. So you know what she did? Maybe you all remember when Black Panther came out. Maybe you don't. But one thing that Lupita Nyong'o did after that, she went ahead in 2019, ladies and gentlemen. She went ahead in 2019 to go to Benin and study those women. She wanted to understand much more about those people called Agogie. So she went over there and studied for herself. She went over there to meet people who were descendants of Agogie. And I'm going to show you now someone that she ended up speaking with that she never thought she was actually going to meet. She never thought that she was actually going to meet this person.
Our next guest is an Academy Award winner who's been in the most acclaimed movies of recent.
And she never thought that person would say what that person said. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what Lupita Nyong'o learned, about the women. And she's going to speak with a descendant. Because as we said, these women featured in The Woman King, it may not touch on what they were doing. This woman, these women, there's a woman in this video who's a descendant of those women. And there are women in this video who are descendants of the African victims of those women. You know what I mean? So check this out real quick. Fair use, fair use.
He's going to give you one Yoruba song.
She's your.
Yo, the fact that this is even recorded, this unexpected conversation was recorded by professionals at that. This ain't recorded by no motherfucking cell phone. Look at the candle, look at the camera angles. Probably the same production team that created the Woman King. You see? You see what I'm talking about? They don't be shit. They don't be shit. So they was already building this narrative because the Woman King just came out. This was in 2019. 2019, it was released since then. Let me see. I can't really see. Is that a 0 or a 9? Like, I know it can be. Oh, no. Okay, so they're saying that this video was recorded in 2019, but the video that we watching was posted and it looked like that's 22. That looked like 2022. So it's like they plotted this. They planned this. They set up this whole narrative just to get you to fight about this shit.
She's singing a Yoruba song, and I believe it's about her people who were attacked by savages known as Agogiate Dahomey tribe. So she's singing a song to Lupita. Look at the energy she's using with this song.
Songs like Lali's are witness to the pain and loss and to the impact of the Agoji on this region.
I
want to ask you. We've been going around praising all the Agoji left, right, and center, singing their praises, invoking their spirits, and yet your history, your people are victims to something they did. How can you reconcile that in your head?
You know, it's hard to understand, but
She's crying, bro.
What else can we do? You have to forgive. Otherwise, to keep that anger.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Like, ooh, okay. Damn, bruh. People always put me in a position where I have to be like, fuck they tears. You know, people always put me in a position like that. Like, it's not that I don't have sympathy and compassion, you know. I'm just questioning intent. Okay. And I'm also not saying that their trauma is not real, like their experience is not real. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's more to the story. It's two sides to every story. And it's almost like just because we realize that these people are a victim of something, a war or something like that, do that automatically mean that we cannot acknowledge the pain of the other side or acknowledge how it even got to that point where they was in war? You know, because it's almost like they blaming each other, but they're not blaming the reason. You know, because, you know, they saying that these women are sitting here talking about their trauma between their tribe, right? But the fact that they could sit here and talk about it says a lot. And I feel like in this short video, it still won't tell the whole story. And I feel like that is purposeful. Like these women, they could be crying like almost tears of joy or something like, yo, that shit is in the past. We glad that that's over or some shit like that. But you know, the people who recording this, they want to edit it and build a narrative of they are angry because now this person tribe is being looked up to in America because they are depicting movies and I feel like this is all a ploy to almost weaken melanin altogether. Because now you telling people that who they had built up, they built these heroes, like for these little kids and shit like that. They could finally resonate with something on the screen or something like that. I don't really believe in that narrative too much, but it's one that I could use. Anyways, but now you turn around and you demonize that. So now you want people to look at I don't forget what that fucking movie called. The one they talking about, Black Panther. To look at Black Panther in a different light. Destroying that dream. Because maybe it was starting to be created by them putting the film out. But now they trying to backtrack and dim the light of it. So now when we view these films, like, okay, the reason why I feel like white people is so like got a lot to say about this shit is because they just like the fact that they could finally point the finger. Like, look, these black people right here, they sold you into slavery. So they just as bad as us Europeans and shit like that, you know, when really nobody should be carrying the guilt of the past because it wasn't you particularly, it was your bloodline. But it's a mentality that we carry along with it that keep us divided, that keep us pointing fingers, that keep us fighting, that keep us crying about some shit. We just can't be happy about some shit. We just can't go to a fucking film and watch it and feel good about it. Now they don't build all these other narratives that we have to think about and be worried about, but not fucking me. Shit, if that's a good ass movie, I'm gonna be like, that's a good ass motherfucking movie and take it like that. Okay. And if I come and talk about it, I'm gonna come and talk about what I liked it about it or what I didn't like about it. Cause it could have been some other problematic shit in it, you know, but I'm gonna talk about shit that matters to me. This ain't one of them. This ain't one of them. Now, this don't got nothing to do with mind over matter. I want people to understand, like when I'm talking like this, just because I have a different opinion, it doesn't mean that I feel superior or I feel like these people are not as aware of me or something like that. It's not that I feel like that. I don't even think about that. But sometimes the way that people come at me, I notice that some people do think that. But no, I really don't care about that. You know, I'm just speaking my mind. I'm speaking my truth. And that's it. That's it. That's all. Like, that's it. That's all. Is this on? Okay, come on.
In you, it will make you sick, and it doesn't help to survive.
How can you admire them?
How can you admire them?
Because I can see that they're brave women.
Brave women.
They didn't mean to be such a savage. Forgive me if I use the savage. You know, they were not born actually to be like that. They were trained to be. Now I can see that they were not even themselves when they're acting. So I cannot hate them, blame them. No, it's not the fault of their Gucci. That's a history.
Now, I'll tell you the truth. When I heard that, I even had a tear coming out my eye because because we don't play around with stuff like that, man. You hear a story of a woman crying, and she's saying we have no choice but to forgive them. Don't mean
Yeah. See, I just fucking explained that. I said that these women is sitting with each other. So that means that there was some type of forgiveness or something with each other. But yeah, we taking this and we feel the need to be upset. Like, is people really feeling upset? Because I'm starting to think that it's a whole bunch of bots being taken over and they keep trying to build these narratives and propaganda around everything because they trying to control the way that you view things. And I think that that's what Mind Over Matter is about to explain. So I go ahead and, is my thing on? Okay. I go ahead and let him do it.
you got to forgive them. It doesn't mean you have to go play a role and celebrate them. So can you imagine? This is in 2019.
It's also ain't our trauma. If the person that was involved in a situation forgive that person, then it's like, is we obligated to still be upset, and everything? I get it. Cause it's like, if you was to see your sister get beat up by her boyfriend and she forgive him, you ain't gonna forget him because you ain't gonna forget that shit. So I understand. I understand.
Lupita Nyong'o sat down with a woman who is a descendant of the African people that the Women King destroyed, chopped their heads off. I'm talking collected them, rounded them up for the slave trade. Which is interesting because granted, I think it was French. Was it the French? Yeah, it was the French back then. And they're known to be punk ass fighters, but I believe British, right? You had the Queen of England that just died. Queen just died. And now you got Woman King that comes out. And who knows, those women of the Dahomey may have been working with, at some point, the interests of the British, just as they were working with.
That's kind of interesting because, there's a possibility that they could have even been created. That's why that woman said what she said. So there's a possibility that they could have been created.
The interests of the French by collecting up other black people. And you have descendants that said, oh, I can't hate. We keep the hate inside, it will kill you. The question is, ladies and gentlemen, can you understand? This is the only question. Can you understand why someone like Lupita, after being exposed to this in 2019 in Benin, learning about it, discovering herself, learning new things herself, can you understand why she might have rejected that bag, that look, that opportunity to play a role? You know, that would probably go against her principles, her principalities. How she's the one asking these descendants of the victims of Agojie. She's asking them, how do you reconcile that in your head? These are people that killed your ancestors straight up for the white man, and you're gonna admire them? How can you, in your head, how does that work? So when you ask somebody that type of a question,
It's still something ain't right because there's a reason behind why they doing this, and that making me question like every fucking thing about all of it. Shit might not even be fucking real, yo. I'm finna ask the cards, why did Lupita? I'm not gonna do a whole lot of reading. This wasn't meant to be a reading. But I'm gonna ask, why did Lupita go over there? Like, why did she and I also don't believe the fact that she didn't know. I mean, she's a like a Oscar winning somebody, right? She's a she a huge actress, and they really upplayed her African roots and every motherfucking thing. So, you know, why she felt like so surprised about talking to this person, but yet you got professional cameras. Man, come on now. Come on now. Come the fuck on. Mm. Gossip and healer in the shadow attribute. Taking advantage of those who need help. Failing to care for oneself. Gossip awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. It was an agenda behind this. It wasn't out of pure intentions. Hell fucking no. It wasn't out of no pure. And then I looked over and seen storyteller. It's like they trying to push us in directions. They trying to keep us distracted. What is it that they don't want? Like, what is it that they trying to keep us distracted from? Judge. Told you it's motherfucking judgment day. Balancing justice and compassion, managing that fair distribution of power. Yo, the reason why they coming out with all these fucking narratives now is because they know that it's judgment. They trying to gain control. They want you to keep believing in the fucking lies. Because as long as you keep believing in it, you will manifest their reality. What they don't want us to see. Gambler, relying on luck rather than hard work. I think this card came out last night talking about Post Malone. Reverse as well. And it's the same feeling. It's the feeling of them just like really just throwing shit out there, seeing what work and what doesn't work. They trying to outsmart, but it's not gonna happen. Like they can't take defeat easily. And then warrior reverse. Trading ethical principles for victory at any cost. So these people, they wanted you. That's why they wait to post certain shit. Because this was the video that he just played was posted in 2022. And she supposedly recorded this in 2019. Why are you going to wait until the movie come out? Well, she did it before, you know, but just a little bit before. But you wait until around the time that it would be like relevant. It could have been somebody reposting it or whatever, but it's a reason for that too. Because they do backtrack, you know, they do backtrack. So they might have posted it in 2020, 2019 And now they reposting it in 2022. Trading ethical principles for victory at any cost. Indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. What are they hiding? I want to reshuffle these because all these cards came out last night with Post Malone. I feel like it's a reason for that, but I'm also feeling like I ain't shuffled good enough. But it is tying in with Post Malone because it's a part of the ploy. It's for different types of emotions too. Like with Post Malone, they trying to install fear. They installing like hatred, even greed with this, with the Woman King, confusion, anger. Okay, what are they hiding? Child Magical came out. And Child Eternal. Okay. They've been knowing, like, if you are a divine being, they knew that shit since you was a fucking child. It's certain people that they are targeting, and they want these people to stay asleep because if they wake up, they could cause massive destruction. They could cause massive change in the matrix. Just like in that movie, the last Matrix that came out, like at the ending, I don't really remember it, but for some reason, Spirit is telling me that it's important. It points out the energy that I'm talking about. But I do remember that Trinity and Neo was flying, and they defeated the Matrix and they took over. They are afraid of that. But I want to remember what the robot was saying. I mean, what's his name was? Whatever, the main enemy. What he was saying. I don't know. Seeing the potential of for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible, the belief that everything is possible. They targeting certain people because when these people wake up, they gonna cause judgment. I don't know why my shit keep going in and out. Like, it's supposed to be picking up on a green screen and my shirt is white, you know? Anywho. Determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. This is the type of perspective that divine being are going to bring. But they have to wake up first. And you know, what they really want to do is capture these divine beings. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. But they have to have like your permission. That's why they use deception. They deceive you into doing certain things. That's how you get caught up going to jail. But you initiated that path by doing certain low vibrational things. And that's how the universe even allowed you to be captured. And once you into their system, because the jail system is a whole ritual itself. But at some point, you agreed to this contract. That's how they get you stuck. And they trying to capture as many as they can. And they play out these scenarios and they try to trick us and deceive us. But it ain't working. And you know what? These motherfucking kids, some of them are bots, but some of them are pretty fucking amazing. But the world, like even when you see these kids, you will see the world resist them. You will see that. But they know how to push back. You know, I was thinking about my own child. And I remember she drew this picture. And I asked her, like, because the person had like a odd skin color, like teal or something. I asked her, I need to go get it. I wish I could post a picture, but she real iffy about that. But the person, I could not tell the gender of the person. And I was like, is it a male or female? And my daughter said, I don't know. And I was like, how you don't know you drew it? She was like, I didn't even think about that. And I was like, that is fucking amazing. She drew a character, did not even think about that. I'm like, that is fucking amazing.
Question: how in your head can you have a responsibility? Lupita, it sounds like Lupita Nyong'o felt like she had a responsibility to not glorify, to not make fantastical, to
I don't know about that. What type of person is Lupita? You know what? No, I'm not gonna ask that. Not with her. It's some she haven't violated certain things. So, you know. Make sure you make good spiritual contracts. Always be aware. I'm gonna remember these cards. They all came out reverse, child, but I'm gonna shuffle them back in. If I get them again, I will take them. Okay. What was Lupita intent? Dang, they came out fast. y'all should have seen that. Like it flew out my deck. Like just flew out my deck. They want to talk about this shit. Cause I think they might be upset. When I say they, It's a part of the collective. Anyways, let's go. So the card that came out is the Emperor reverse. It was a power move. It was like a business move for her. She don't really care though. She don't. Lack of maturity and self-control, a pushy, domineering bully, a self-centered person. Ooh, child. Danger of serious injury and competition or battle, loss of prestige, shame, and not just that. Motherfuckers be hurting my neck sometimes. Not just that. She a very, like, she care a lot what people think about her. And she played by the rules, by the politics. Like, she really into I don't even know what you call that shit. It's like if you was to go to school, to a college, a major university, and you have that one girl there and she's a valedictorian. You know, she's the top of all the clubs. Everybody know who she is, but she has like a secret reputation because in order for her to get into those positions, she had to step on some necks. She had to do some things that, you know, I don't even know. Y'all know what I'm talking about though. Usually people in those high positions, they have to sacrifice a lot of themselves in order to get there, in order to go through those gates. Now, these be the first motherfuckers will say something like, no, I did hard work. And if you do hard work, you could get to the top. Yeah, they did hard work and some deceptive ass, deviant ass, selfish ass shit that really don't matter. Yeah, they did hard work for crumbs, but they also did hard work on their motherfucking knees. They also did hard work and turning other people against each other. They did hard work and taking out their competition. You know, yeah, they did hard work, but you know, I think y'all get my point. I'm hoping that y'all understand my point. But she one of those people that she will look at herself like a very hard worker, but she will do some deceitful things to get what she wants. But she look at it as ambition. She like, yo, I do anything for my dreams, anything for my goals. She look at it. That's why in this card it say immaturity. She has a lack of maturity. She probably young. I don't think she that young, but she young in spirit, you know? So what was her intentions for doing that interview? Child. Okay, when it comes to the Six of Wands, I felt like she was looking for a particular type of victory. You know, she the type of person that understands that sometimes you got to turn down things because it will help you get ahead politically in the future. She understands that reputation is powerful. So that's why she built this. Because she was really considering taking that role. But then she talked to somebody and was like, maybe a publicist or something. You know what would be even better? I feel like somebody did come to her on some like, you know, I think it would be a really smart move if you go ahead and let Viola Davis take this role. But you would still look like, I don't know, the savior, what you want to call it. People would like you more if you go and talk to these ladies in Africa and prove this and prove that and yada, yada, yada. So she felt like she was she turned down the role, but honestly, she the one who got played because they always wanted Viola to have this role. They always wanted her to do it, but they wanted to set her up against Lupita. So that's how they planned this all out. They offer her the role. And I think she was thinking about taking it too. They offer her the role. And then they like, somebody came and put a bug in her ear. Like, you know what? It would be even smarter if you was to do this. So she took that route instead. Which it would have been that, or later on, they would have told her, like, if she would have chose to do the movie, they would have put her like in a different position. Cause they always wanted Viola to play this role. This Five of Swords came out too. Put self in, bruh. I read it. Put self-interest and self-preservation. Yo, ever since these planets were retrograde, communication has been harder for me. Please bear with me. Oh yeah, and y'all see me smoke that joint. So okay, anyways, put self-interest and self-preservation first. You can't be of use to anyone else. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. You can't be of use to anyone else if you don't look out for yourself. Ooh, 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 ooh. And Lupita is all about that shit. Like they build this innocent image around her, but you know, and if she was like how she really is behind the scene in public, I would respect her. Cause yeah, she kind of ruthless. It's true. But you know, you could be ruthless in a divine way. She using her talents in the wrong way and she end up benefiting them more than herself. So anyways, but she got some type of trauma that makes her super ambitious. She feel like she has to be successful. Okay, anyways, conflict and hostility defeat and destroy important projects. The outcome may seem unfair. This difficult time will provide insight and growth. Possible illegal or immoral conduct, public shame and dishonor. That was the reason. This is her intent for even doing that. She feel like in some type of way by her doing this, it will like solidify her position. Like she felt like now she would never be out of a job. And she felt like whatever role she would get next is going to be even better and more successful because she thinking that just because people like her character, her made up one, they're gonna support her no matter what. I keep hearing Beyonce but Beyonce consistently do good shit. Like she put out good projects and take her time, and she a perfectionist, and that's only like what a Virgo can do. Anywho, I think that it's a lot of people that compare their drive to Beyonce. That's why she keep coming up. Now this Knight of Cups came out. I ain't really sure what this talking about because it giving me the feeling of it does have something to do with a relationship. It could have been something as simple as, you know, in reality, she kind of seen that trip as like a good vacation with her boyfriend or something. Like, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I get some clarity. I don't feel like it's something important. So let me get some clarity on it. Oh, okay. I'm about to say. So taking a minute. Okay, another night came out, but it came out reverse. And both of them say a man under 40, impulsive and opinionated, poor judgment, overspends frequently. This kind of telling me like maybe she's in a relationship that the person expects a lot out of her, and she feel like something to do with her image. I don't know if she in a relationship or not. Let me look that up. Could be a white man. Lapita relationship. Oh, so they saying that she date women. Oh yeah, I remember that one time they was trying to kind of pair her up with the dude from Black Panther. Oh, okay. So she is engaged to a designer. This makes sense. It's an African man too. Ooh, this makes sense. Cause you know, it's something I feel like this man expect a lot out of her. And she expect a lot out of herself. But it's something about their families. I feeling like I don't really want to tap into that because I don't care about that part. But I feel like it might be coming out because it's something there that's important. Okay. Oh shit. I looked over and seen the lovers. Okay, for some reason the universe really want me to talk about this shit. Child. Let me see what's going on, child. Feeling like some crazy stuff. It's something about this relationship that means a lot to her on like a political level. She feel like it's good for her reputation. And what you have to understand, she trying to do something slightly new. Like she trying to build a reputation of really being connected to her roots and everything, and yada yada yada. But it's based off of like demographics. Like they have people who work in the industry and they study that. It might even be a name to it, like a sociologist or some shit. I don't know. But they will look at the demographics and they will bring you reports. Like, so we have learned based off of Google clicks that people are into this type of image from you. This is how people want you to be. So they tell her to be that so that she could consolidate her fame. Okay, tell me about this relationship. Mm. With this Virgin card coming out, I should have been do that. I should have been did that. Okay, with this Virgin card coming out, it's telling me that she feel like she have to keep her image squeaky clean. Like, what is her zodiac? Cause she giving me like Virgo type energy. But she really care about her image, and her image is carefully planned out. And I felt like it been like that for like her whole life. Mm. Pisces sun, Libra moon. It don't have her birth time. Her south node is in Virgo. No, no, it ain't. Cause that's Cancer. She still remind me of Virgo energy though. Um, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. And then this goddess energy also came out. So this is about this relationship. Like it's just really planned out. Like even if this doesn't work out, but she wanted to work out because she feel like it'd be really good to her. But something about it made me feel like they're not really in love with each other. Like it's more of a business move, but they kind of like certain things about each other. I feel like this dude could be actually strict behind the scenes. Inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master. Imparting false instructions. Mm. That's giving me handler type vibes. Ooh. All right, then we also got saboteur. Induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Yeah. It's something about this relationship in particular, that she feel like she cannot fuck it up. So she go really hard to prove her worth. And that make her undermine other people. I feel like she got a history of that. Induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Then I have shapeshifter. So this card by itself, it just really points out how she's not really her true self in public. It is giving me that Tiffany Haddish type vibe. You know, I don't know. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. I feel like she's skilled at like her social skills. She's skilled at getting people to like her. She know how to work a room. And with like this goddess energy being here, it's almost like in Africa, she kind of like royalty. But if you really dig into that royalty, their lives are really messed up. And a lot of times they force into marriages that they don't really like the person, all because it's a good move for their family. All because, yeah. So she had people that want to prey on her because of her position. But she also a predator. Okay, y'all. Oh. Okay, I looked over and seen victim. Okay, so even though she's a predator, she is a victim. I feel like it's something about this relationship is it's abusive in a different type of way. Like I don't necessarily see him putting hands on her, but like emotionally manipulative. It's something about his energy or just his role in her life that make her feel inadequate. So she go overboard to solidify her position. She just wants to solidify her position. All right, y'all. Stay blessed.